Welcome to a journey into one of the Bible's most mysterious and captivating stories, the tale of the Watchers. These enigmatic figures, celestial beings rooted in the deepest layers of ancient religious texts, have sparked intense curiosity and rigorous debate among scholars, theologians, and believers alike. Today, we delve deep into the heart of this ancient narrative to uncover the true nature of the Watchers, their roles in the cosmic order, and the profound implications of their actions as recorded in both canonical and apocryphal sources. The Watchers are often shrouded in myth and legend, appearing at pivotal moments in scriptural stories to play roles that challenge the very boundaries between the divine and the earthly. From their heavenly abode to their dramatic interactions on earth, their story is interwoven with themes of rebellion, wisdom, and punishment. These beings, vested with the task of watching over humanity, instead become participants in a saga that alters the course of human history. As we embark on this exploration, we will attempt to piece together their origins, understand the depth of their influence on ancient civilizations, and reflect on the ethical and spiritual lessons their story imparts. The journey will take us through sacred texts and forgotten scrolls, illuminating a narrative that has not only shaped ancient doctrines, but continues to resonate through the ages, influencing contemporary thought and spirituality. Join us as we unravel the mystery of the Watchers, from their first descent to Earth to their enduring legacy. Discover how their actions have echoed through millennia, affecting theological thought, inspiring cultural narratives, and challenging our understanding of the celestial hierarchy. Dive into the origins of the Watchers, celestial beings whose presence is hinted at in the Book of Daniel and described in vivid detail in the Book of Enoch. These beings, while not a central element of mainstream biblical texts, play a critical role in apocryphal scriptures, where their narratives provide a complex backdrop to human history as it intersects with divine purpose. In the Book of Daniel, the term Watcher appears in a dream narrative, described as a holy one coming down from heaven, overseeing human affairs with divine authority. However, it is in the Book of Enoch where we find a more extensive exploration of these entities. Here, the Watchers are identified as angels sent to watch over humanity on earth, but who ultimately fall from grace due to their interactions with human beings. This account expands on their characteristics, noting their immense wisdom and power, traits that were intended to guide humanity, but instead led to unforeseen consequences. Why did they descend to earth? According to the Book of Enoch, the Watchers' initial mission was benign, tasked with assisting and guiding human development. However, their story takes a dramatic turn as they begin to overstep their boundaries, becoming too involved with human affairs. This intervention starts with the sharing of heavenly secrets not meant for human knowledge, which eventually leads to their downfall and introduces profound disruptions into the created order. This segment will explore these dynamics, examining the dual nature of the Watchers as both guardians and transgressors. Their descent to Earth is portrayed not just as a physical journey, but as a pivotal event that intertwines their divine purpose with the fate of humanity, setting the stage for a saga filled with lessons about power, responsibility, and the consequences of divine intercession in human affairs. Examine the scriptural passages that mention the Watchers, particularly focusing on the Book of Daniel and its cryptic references to these celestial beings. This exploration will shed light on how the Watchers are portrayed in the canonical texts of the Bible, providing a foundational understanding of their roles within the broader prophetic and eschatological themes present in scriptural literature. In the Book of Daniel, specifically in Daniel 4:13, 17, and 23, the term Watcher appears within the context of King Nebuchadnezzar's dream. The Watchers are described as holy ones, descending from heaven to execute judgment, underscoring their role as divine agents tasked with overseeing human affairs and ensuring the enforcement of God's will on earth. These references, though brief, are packed with theological significance, highlighting the Watchers' function as intermediaries between the divine and the earthly realms, tasked with maintaining cosmic and moral order. The portrayal of the Watchers in Daniel offers valuable insights into the nature of divine governance as perceived by ancient prophets. Their role as both observers and enforcers aligns with the biblical themes of divine sovereignty and justice, where celestial beings act under God's command to influence and sometimes directly intervene in human history. This dual role emphasizes the concept of accountability, where even kings are subject to the decrees of the heavenly court. Furthermore, the depiction of the Watchers in the Book of Daniel helps contextualize their more detailed narrative in the Book of Enoch. By comparing these references, we can understand the evolution of the concept of Watchers from guardians of divine law to participants in a much larger story of cosmic conflict and redemption. This segment will delve into how these scriptural accounts reflect and influence the perceptions of divine justice and angelic mediation in ancient Jewish thought, and how they resonate with broader Judeo-Christian teachings about the role of angels. Uncover the detailed narrative of the Watchers in the Book of Enoch, a pivotal but non-canonical text that holds a treasure trove of ancient insights about these enigmatic celestial beings. The Book of Enoch provides the most comprehensive account of the Watchers, delving into their roles, their interactions with humanity, and the profound consequences of their decisions. The narrative in the Book of Enoch paints a vivid picture of the Watchers as angels who were initially sent to earth to watch over and assist humans. However, their story takes a tragic turn as they become overly involved with human affairs. The text describes how these angels taught humans advanced knowledge and skills, from astrology to weaponry, that had dramatic effects on the development of civilization. This imparted knowledge, while beneficial in some respects, also led to corruption and widespread moral decay. More significantly, the Book of Enoch details the relationships between the Watchers and human women, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim, giant beings who caused chaos and violence across the earth. This union, considered an abomination, prompted divine retribution, contributing to the narrative of the Great Flood as a cleansing force. The actions of the Watchers thus serve as a cautionary tale about the limits of angelic and human interaction and the consequences of overstepping divine boundaries. In this segment, we explore not only the actions of the Watchers, but also the ethical and moral implications of their interactions with humanity. What does their story tell us about the balance between divine assistance and human free will? How does their tale influence our understanding of knowledge as both a gift and a potential source of downfall? Analyze the reasons behind the Watchers' descent to Earth, a pivotal event that is rich with theological and mythological significance. This segment delves into the motivations that drove these celestial beings to leave their heavenly abode and interact so intimately with the human world, a decision that had far-reaching consequences for both heaven and earth. The descent of the Watchers is not just a physical journey. It represents a profound intersection of the divine and mortal realms. According to the Book of Enoch, the Watchers were initially sent to observe and perhaps indirectly guide humanity. However, their role dramatically shifted from observers to active participants in human affairs. This transition raises critical questions about the boundaries set by divine law, the role of free will in the actions of celestial beings, and the ethical implications of crossing the divine-human divide. The motivations for their descent are often portrayed as a mix of altruism and transgression. On one hand, the Watchers aim to impart knowledge and skills beneficial to human development, driven perhaps by a genuine desire to aid mankind. On the other hand, their decision to teach forbidden knowledge and their subsequent relationships with human women suggest a yielding to temptation, reflecting broader themes of hubris and the lust for power. This dual nature of the Watcher's motivations can be seen as a mirror to human nature itself, encapsulating the perennial struggle between the pursuit of knowledge and the moral responsibilities that come with it. The descent to earth thus becomes a metaphor for the eternal tension between advancement and ethics, enlightenment and corruption. In this segment, we will explore how these mythological themes resonate with contemporary issues. The story of the Watchers challenges us to consider how we, too, might balance the pursuit of knowledge with ethical considerations and how we navigate the responsibilities that come with power and enlightenment. Explore the profound impact the Watchers had on human society, delving into the skills and knowledge they imparted to humanity. This segment examines the wide array of abilities, from astronomy to metalwork, that these celestial beings are said to have taught humans, according to the Book of Enoch. The Watchers' teachings had far-reaching effects on the development of civilizations, shaping not only the material aspects of human culture, but also their spiritual and ethical frameworks. The skills provided by the Watchers allowed early humans to make significant advances in various fields. These included agricultural techniques to better cultivate the land, metallurgical skills to create tools and weapons, and even the arts of cosmetics and jewelry, which influenced social customs and status. Perhaps most pivotally, they taught humans the movements of the stars, which played a crucial role in the development of calendars and navigation. These contributions fundamentally transformed human societies, accelerating technological and cultural evolution. However, the transmission of this knowledge came with significant consequences. The Book of Enoch portrays these teachings as a double-edged sword. While they propelled human society forward, they also led to increased violence, inequality, and spiritual waywardness. The tools and weapons forged from new metals, for instance, made warfare more deadly and widespread than ever before, altering the course of human history. This segment also delves into the cultural and spiritual implications of the Watchers' teachings. The influx of advanced knowledge challenged the existing spiritual orders and ethical norms, leading to societal upheavals and a dilution of the spiritual connections that had previously defined human life. The legacy of the Watchers is thus a complex tapestry of enlightenment and corruption, showcasing the ambiguous nature of progress. In discussing these themes, we reflect on the timeless question of how knowledge should be handled within a society. The story of the Watchers prompts us to consider the responsibilities that come with greater power and the potential moral costs of technological and cultural advancements. Delve into the story of the Nephilim, the giant offspring of the Watchers and human women, as described in the enigmatic passages of Genesis 6. This segment examines the role these formidable beings played in the antediluvian world and how their presence contributed to the cataclysmic events that ultimately led to the Great Flood. The tale of the Nephilim serves as a pivotal chapter in the narrative of human sin and divine retribution, intertwining the fates of the Watchers with the broader themes of biblical history. The Nephilim are described in Genesis as the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown. Their very existence marked a profound disruption in the divine order, representing not only the physical hybridization of heavenly and earthly beings, but also a moral and spiritual anomaly that had grave consequences for the world. The presence of these giants is often interpreted as a key factor that escalated human wickedness, leading to an increase in violence, corruption, and chaos across the earth. As the offspring of the Watchers, the Nephilim inherited extraordinary strength and size, but also a legacy of defiance against divine laws. Their aggressive nature and formidable powers are said to have dominated humanity, imposing a reign of terror that contributed to the moral decay and spiritual degradation of the human race. This lawlessness and violence provoked the divine decision to cleanse the earth through the waters of the flood, a drastic measure intended to reset the moral compass of humanity and restore order from chaos. In this segment, we explore how the narrative of the Nephilim reflects ancient concerns about the boundaries between the divine and the mortal and the dangers of their transgression. The story also raises questions about responsibility and punishment, not only for the Watchers who transgressed their heavenly boundaries, but also for their progeny, who were born into a world not of their own making. Detail the divine judgment meted out to the Watchers for their transgressions, a central theme that underpins their narrative in the Apocryphal texts, particularly the Book of Enoch. This segment delves into the harsh punishments that were imposed on the Watchers as a result of their earthly indiscretions, highlighting the theological significance of these events and how they serve as a moral and ethical cautionary tale within the broader context of angelic disobedience and divine justice. According to these texts, the Watchers' punishment was severe and eternal. They were bound and imprisoned in the depths of the earth, placed in dark pits where they would await final judgment at the end of time. This incarceration not only served as retribution for their sins, but also as a stark warning to any celestial being considering interference in human affairs. The fate of the Watchers underscores a rigid divine order that brooks no rebellion, emphasizing the unyielding nature of divine law and the serious consequences of defying it. Theologically, the punishment of the Watchers reflects the broader biblical themes of justice and righteousness. It reinforces the idea that divine governance is not only sovereign, but also morally exacting. The narrative serves to instruct both celestial and terrestrial beings on the importance of adhering to divine commandments and the dangers of overstepping ordained boundaries. For humans, the story of the Watchers acts as a parable on the perils of hubris and the pursuit of forbidden knowledge, echoing the fall of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. In this segment, we explore how the punishment of the Watchers informs our understanding of divine justice. It raises profound questions about free will, responsibility, and the limits of divine mercy. The stark consequences faced by the Watchers also prompt reflection on the nature of punishment and redemption in theological terms, inviting viewers to contemplate the balance between justice and mercy in the divine realm. Reflect on the theological and cultural significance of the Watchers' story, a narrative that has not only shaped religious thought, but also permeated various aspects of culture throughout history. This segment explores how the tale of the Watchers has influenced Christian and Jewish mysticism, literature, and popular culture, profoundly shaping perceptions of angelic beings and their role in the cosmic order. In theological terms, the story of the Watchers provides deep insights into the nature of sin and punishment within angelic ranks, offering a parallel to human disobedience and its consequences. This narrative has been particularly influential in Jewish mysticism, where it has contributed to complex hierarchies of angels and demons, influencing Kabbalistic texts that explore the interplay between divine light and darkness. The Watchers are often depicted as a cautionary example of the potential fall from grace that even heavenly beings can suffer, serving as a mirror to human failings and the constant struggle between obedience to divine will and the allure of autonomy. In Christian mysticism, the story of the Watchers reinforces themes of redemption and vigilance against spiritual pride. It has been used in theological discussions to exemplify the mercy and judgment of God, reminding believers of the vigilant watchfulness required to maintain one's faith in accordance with divine commandments. Beyond religious texts, the Watchers have captured the imagination of poets, novelists, and filmmakers, appearing in numerous works of fiction and art. From John Milton's epic poem Paradise Lost to modern fantasy literature and films, the Watchers are often portrayed as tragic figures whose fate prompts contemplation on freedom, rebellion, and redemption. These adaptations highlight the enduring appeal of the Watcher's story, resonating with audiences seeking to explore themes of power, morality, and the metaphysical boundaries of existence. In popular culture, the narrative of the Watchers has contributed to the fascination with supernatural and celestial themes, influencing everything from comic book lore to television series that explore the ethical complexities of divine beings interacting with humanity. This widespread cultural impact demonstrates how ancient myths continue to inform contemporary storytelling, enriching the collective imagination with tales of celestial intrigue and moral conflict. Conclude with a discussion on the modern interpretations of the Watchers. This segment examines how the legend of these celestial beings continues to inspire, fascinate, and provoke debate across various spheres, from contemporary religious thought to popular media. We delve into how these ancient narratives are reinterpreted and reimagined in today's cultural and theological contexts, reflecting ongoing human curiosity about the divine and the supernatural. In contemporary religious circles, the Watchers are often revisited for their theological implications, particularly concerning angelology and demonology. These discussions may focus on the nature of angelic free will, the consequences of divine justice, and the moral lessons that can be drawn from the Watcher's story. Such theological debates enrich modern spirituality by challenging believers to reflect on the complexities of faith, obedience, and the consequences of moral choices. Meanwhile, in popular media, the Watchers have been transformed into compelling characters in films, television shows, and novels. These portrayals often emphasize their mysterious and powerful nature, exploring themes of forbidden knowledge, the ethical boundaries of power, and the consequences of crossing those lines. Whether depicted as wise guardians or tragic heroes, the Watchers continue to be a source of narrative depth and intrigue, engaging audiences with their mythic stature and dramatic fates. Furthermore, the story of the Watchers has been utilized in discussions about human responsibility and ethical behavior in a broader sense. By examining the interactions between these divine beings and humanity, modern interpretations often draw parallels to contemporary issues such as technological advancement, environmental stewardship, and the ethical use of knowledge. These discussions highlight the relevance of ancient wisdom in modern times, encouraging a deeper consideration of how we, as a society, manage the powers at our disposal. As we conclude this exploration, it's clear that the legacy of the Watchers is as vibrant today as it was in ancient times. Their story offers a rich vein of material for reflection and discussion, serving as a bridge between past and present, the human and the divine, the known and the mysterious.